Just noticing where you are. Maybe you'd like to gently close your eyes if they're not already closed, and just start to sense, not with your eyes, but with your senses, where you are. As your attention starts to settle into this present moment, and you might start to notice what's going on in your body and in your mind a little bit more. Any gurgling in your stomach or other sensations in your body. And just see if you cannot judge or label them, and just be aware for now. We can go back to labeling after, but let's just see if we can be aware of what's here. And this can be a little bit tricky, but see if you can tune into a sense that if you did nothing right now, you would still be okay. So that there is nothing that you need to urgently change or fix right now in this moment. And there might be some voices within you, some parts within you that might say, but don't forget about this thing. This is really important. We need to address this. This could be your jaw or any other thing in your life. And just bringing reassurance to that, that you're not forgetting about it. You're just using this time to resource yourself, to slow down, to calm down. So that you can take better and grounded action later when it's needed. So here we are in this present moment with possibly a little bit less of a sense of having to solve anything right now, fix anything right now, and more of a sense of just being here, breathing, slowing down. And see how your shoulders feel as you slow down like this. When there is no problem to be solved right now, the shoulders can also just relax a little bit, drop down a little bit. And they can have a habit of getting a bit too close to the ears, so we can just release that habit for now and create more space. And also enjoying that, enjoying the shoulders softening, taking their original position. As your breath happens through the nose into the belly, and knowing by your breath happening low into your belly and through the nose, you're signaling safety to your body, to your nervous system, to your brain, to all those survival parts that can be so active. But you're here right now, sensing your feet, all those points of contact with surfaces where you can sense that you're here, that you're held. Grounded and supported by the earth and everything around you. And then sensing into your jaw, what your jaw feels like from this space right here. And there may, of course, be a history that you have with your jaw. So just see if for now you can just let go and just come to this moment right now where there is no problem to be immediately solved. You're just sensing the left side, just exploring. As your breath happens, and the right side of your jaw, and just noticing what you're picking up there. Maybe the jaw wants to relax a little bit, but it's not a requirement. The teeth may want to separate a bit and unclench a little bit. And just know when distractions happen, it's okay, just come back to what's here. If there's emails or anything popping up or thoughts popping up, just come back to this moment here and sensing what is here in your jaw. This is really important because you want to have a reference point of when you investigate and you work with emotions around the jaw and sensations. You want to know what it felt like before and after. Not in a sense of having to achieve something, but just gaining points of data, saying, oh, when I do this, this happens, or doesn't happen. Just collecting that. And over time, you'll get lots of rich, beautiful data. And of course, the often unspoken thing is when we let go and we just observe, and we let go of a problem having to be solved, that requires a degree of trust. And many of us may not have loads and loads and loads of that. But just see if you can sense that little bit of trust that allowed you to let go of having to solve everything right now, having to solve a problem. And just feel that sense of trust within you. Let that be here. Let that guide you. That sense of somehow I'll be okay. Somehow I'm going to find my way. Somehow things are going to fall in place. Could just be tiny, but just be with that here. And see how that feels in your body, in your whole nervous system, to be connected to that. As I said, it could just be tiny. That's really okay. But just notice any subtle sense in your body. Because when we're connected to that place, we can be a lot more present here in this moment. Because we don't need to run to the future or dwell too much on the past. We can just be here and know that things will fall into place and we'll do what's needed when we can, when it presents. And that can be amazing medicine for the jaw because the jaw steps in when we feel like we don't have that. Just to make sure the jaw steps in, to make sure that we're okay, to make sure our boundaries are not crossed, to make sure we have enough. So that takes us after the first step of grounding, the second step of sensing what's in your jaw and in your body. That takes us to the third step, which is hearing what is unspoken in your jaw. So where do you start on that? Just check in if there is a part of you, as weird as that sounds, but a part of you that lives in your jaw. Something that's unspoken, feels unheard, unacknowledged, not expressed. And as you're tuning into that, we'll spend a bit of time doing that. So don't feel like you need to rush to find it. Just let it know that you're not here to change anything or to fix anything. As we said, no problem to be solved. We're just here to be here, to witness, to hold. To whatever degree that feels possible for us. There's no thing we need to be able to do or do this really well. We're just here to show up. So is there a part of you that lives in your jaw? Unspoken, unheard, unacknowledged. And ideally you would focus, because like many, you might get flashes of pictures and scenarios and all that kind of stuff. You can allow that, but also really tune into the senses that you're getting within you. Because the goal is to feel what is there, not just to think about it. Thinking about it is great, but really to feel it through. And sometimes that's just gentle. Sometimes that's anger and rage. Like, why didn't you? Or don't. Or swear words or whatever. I'll just give you a little bit of space here and I'll check in very soon. Just for this space to grow and for you to just explore gently as you're grounded here with your breath, with your feet on the floor or wherever they are. And remember, it's about the unspoken, the unheard, the unacknowledged. And let's reflect on two questions. Is there something you never got to say? And if so, let yourself feel that as you're just here, not to fix anything. You're just here breathing with that thing, feeling in your jaw, feeling in wherever you're feeling it. Knowing that discomfort is part of it, it's fine. It's not dangerous. It's all right. And then the second question being, what would it feel like to be heard right now as you are? What would it feel like to be heard and seen right now as you are? And know that you can do that. So, whatever was unspoken, unacknowledged, you can see that right now. You can acknowledge that right now. You can hear that right now. And how does that feel? Is that enough or not enough? Does it feel like something or nothing? And remembering is not like okay, now I've finally heard it. Now it can pass through. It may take many times coming back, just like a child comes to their mother, not just once, but again and again. and how beautiful that we can be there now for what was not seen, perhaps unfairly, perhaps unjustly. And as you've done that, I'll just give you maybe 30 seconds more here, just being there. You might be quite aware of sensations or pictures or thoughts that are present for you now as you've tuned into this. And the final step, which is step number 4, is expressing. So this can be beautiful to allow that part to just let it move through, express, resolve some of the tension it's been holding. You can do this through sighing or humming or movement or whatever it is for you. I'm just going to put myself on mute briefly as well, because I'm also checking into my jaw and what wants to express. And yeah, I want to do that in my quiet space as well. But I'll check in. Oh, and if you do need to use words or swear words or whatever, if it's appropriate, feel free to do that. And checking in with the sensations in your jaw and the rest of your body. Not forgetting to be grounded here, anchored. This stuff is just moving through. It's not there to sweep you away or anything like that, or to take you with it. You're grounded here, you're anchored here, and you're just letting it pass through. Because those moments and those scenarios or whatever it might be for you, they're not real anymore. Even if they're recent, they're not real right now in this moment. Life is ever changing, dynamics are always changing. It doesn't mean that they're not valid, but they're also gone. They're in the past. And we may still be holding on to a lot of that past within us because it was not fully expressed, not fully processed. And we've kept it just to make sure that we're safe, that we get what we need, that we're respected, that we're loved. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. But also, there is a different future, a different present available for you, where you're holding and carrying less of this stuff, and your jaw can be freer, there can be fewer symptoms. Your whole system can just come more into balance, which allows you to show up better for the people in your life, for yourself, for your community, and to enjoy life and do what needs doing. So just check in now if there's anything left within you that would like your attention, just a little hello, or more expressing if that's what's needed. Life's too short to hold back, so if there's anything that wants to move through or be acknowledged, just go for it. We've got more than enough time, so just see if there's anything here. And like many, you may also be aware of what emotional undertones are there now. For some people, once things pass through, there could be some sadness or there can be other emotions. And just allowing that to be there too, just as another wave in the ocean passing through part of this thing. It's all welcome. It's all trying to help in its own way. It's all part of the intelligent system that operates within you and all around you. It's just nature, basically. But living in these human systems that we've created, there can be a lot of tension, a little bit too much tension in our relationships, in our dynamics, in our work, and in all everywhere, every area of life can be a bit constricted. That really happens to everyone. You can't really go untouched through this life. But we can let go of some of the baggage that we've collected. And as we said, it will never just happen in one go, and it doesn't need to. Our system is intelligent and it just does as much as it can on any given day, any given moment. That comes back to the trust. Just trusting that what's unfolding for you is just what's right for you right now. Although I also totally get a part that can say, oh, but I need to get there quicker. I don't know how much time I have left, etc., etc., etc. And that's also valid, but it's just one perspective. And if we come back to right here, right now, with no problem to be solved, that perspective can just drop back a little bit. And we can just be here as we are. Having made it through 100% of everything that's happened in our life, and we are here. So just check, how is your jaw doing now? Without an expectation to fix or to change, just see what's here now. And check in with the shoulders so we're not overly fixating on the jaw. They're all connected. It's not like the jaw exists in isolation. The jaw is connected to the shoulders and the face and the eyes and the pelvis. It's all one system working together. So just see what that system feels like now. Of course, checking in with the jaw can be good if that's where symptoms manifest for you. And just noting another data point after what you've explored today. And it could even be that you're noticing more tension because of what we tuned into and things haven't moved through fully. And that's okay. That just might mean that you might need a bit more time to move things through and things will settle down again. But maybe you're also noticing a bit of more freedom there, a bit more freedom. And from this place, is there any intention that you'd like to set? So that your jaw doesn't need to work so hard to help you out. Even if it is being more authentic or more boundaried, which can feel scary, but the trade-off is usually worth it, even if it can be a process of learning how to do that in a way that fits into your life. So just set that intention now, knowing that that's how you'll do your best to move from going forward. And there's no expectation for perfection. There's just an intention, and you can come back and realign, and you're naturally going to be tested, and just coming back. And there's a beautiful quote that I heard recently, which said, happiness is not a destination, but a direction. So just knowing your direction, knowing where you're headed. And just before we come out, just check in again with your breathing, your tongue at your palate, your jaw unclenched, your shoulders relaxed, your belly expanding and contracting, sensations in your legs, in your knees, and traveling down to your feet. Just coming back to that whole body awareness in this moment here. With your intention placed into your heart. And remembering that place of no problem to be solved is always available for you. You can always check in with that in every moment. Even when the storms rage, there is always a point somewhere where there is groundedness. And just knowing that point is within you, whatever happens. And then just slowly take your time to come back into the space and to wrap up today's session.